Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk about a psychological illness. It's called anorexia. Does anybody have any idea what that means?
No.
Yeah.
It's a disease about going crazy with a person who wants to be so slim and skinny.
So, at least every one of us has tried a diet for once in our life. You know, get thinner, look a little bit better. So the main purpose of diets is to live a healthier life, have a better body. Now, people with anorexia try diets because they want to control their life or how it works. Like, when everything is out of your control, they think the only thing they can control is how much food they're taking in, or how much can they push their body to do, and see what happens afterwards. Now, scientifically, it's a psychological illness. It's life-threatening, and it's an eating disorder. People with anorexia have lower body weight and than their peers who have the same height and body type. Okay, so why would someone have anorexia? So there's a saying that said, genetics load the gun and environment pulls the trigger. This means that you have it in your genes, but it doesn't come out unless things around you trigger it to happen. So this eating disorder is based on genetics, personality traits, and environment. So peer pressure among friends and co-workers often pushes a person towards wanting to be thin. So how many times did you see a person and then he's more like, man, you've gone fatter since the last time I've seen you. You really need to go on a diet. Okay. You know, the effects of the thin culture in media, all the actors and the models, they all look so thin and beautiful, and then you're like, oh, I want to look that way too. And okay. There are some jobs that demand a slim body, like modeling and ballet. You know, all of these can push a person to try to, you know, stop eating. That causes anorexia after a while. Okay, so what are the symptoms? How do you know? So first, rapidly losing weight and being significantly overweight. This is not about just being thin, it's about being like sick, skinny. It's not a good thing. Okay, obsessions with counting calories and avoiding fat content. So it's more like every time you hold something, oh, how many calories does this have? 12, I'm not eating Okay. You start feeling cold because there's no food to give you energy, no heat in your body. And people with anorexia avoid social functions, family, friends, and become isolated because they don't want to let people see how ugly they look. Because like, I'm fat, I look horrible, I don't want anybody to see how that happens. Okay, so anorexia is a psychological disease, but it acts like a physical disease. You know cancer? Cancer cells start in one place of the body, and then they spread all across the world. Similarly, anorexia, just simple diet, I want to lose weight, things like that. But once it starts getting into like an obsession with weight loss, it gets all over your life. It destroys your mind, spirit, heart, everything. Nothing is left free of this. So what happens when you cut your food, when you stop eating? First of all, the brain actually shrinks due to lack of nutrition. So this drops the IQ. The skeletal system is damaged, especially if it's during like teenage years, because there's no calcium, no nothing. Okay, but the most endangered part of the body is the heart, because you know, people with anorexia usually die because of heart disease. Because you know, when you don't have food, the body starts breaking down the muscles, so it feeds on them. So the heart is not immune to that. The heart is a muscle after all. Hey, so how do you cure this? Because like, you just can't stay with that forever. So there are three things that people try to cure when they're curing anorexia. First of all, a medical access. Because the highest priority in the treatment is addressing the serious health issues that it caused after a while, such as like unstable heartbeat, weak bones, things like that. Nutrition. This is like how do you restore the weight you lost during it. You have to follow a tailored diet and everything. And last of all, therapy. It's a psychological disease. The only solution to that is therapy. This is how to recognize why this thing started and solve this problem. So, like with the right treatment, this can be cured, but we have to know where to draw the line. A diet is different than anorexia. Taking diets too far can damage your body without you even realizing. So, in the end, you should just like yourself the way you are. Some people are fat, some people are thin.